Hey guys, welcome to the class. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is like my first Facebook Live class and I'm super excited about it. I'm in Vancouver and finally stopped raining today. And oh my gosh, finally stopped raining anyway. The leaves are changing and it's absolutely beautiful here. But I found myself with free time and I really wanted to teach a class today because there are so many people that want to get to a class and for whatever reason they're not able to. So I thought I would do a Facebook Live class and share the information with everyone who can't physically make it to a class. So welcome. Hey Brittany, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Tag your friends, guys, so that they can jump in on the class too. I've got some special incentives for people who do decide to join today. So in the comments, just tag any friends you think might want to jump in. And this the video will stay on my Facebook page so people can find it afterwards and get the information, because I realize not everybody's going to be able to be on the class for the entire time. So don't worry if you have to jump off or if you jump in late, it'll all be here for you. So hey Amy, hey Grant, thanks for joining. So anyway, I'm in Vancouver and I'm teaching some classes out here. This is my last month of Diamond Club. It's a 4-month teaching tour that I've been doing. And I found myself with some free time, so I decided to jump online and do a live class. So I always like to kind of start with how I got into doTerra, because I really had absolutely no intentions of starting a business with doTerra. My background is science and business, and I was manager of pathology at UH in London. It's a large teaching hospital, and ran a Canadian medical equipment company. So my background in my life has really been in modern medicine, and natural healthcare and things like essential oils were not something that I would have considered at all. And I was very skeptical, but what happened was I was diagnosed with breast cancer about 4 years ago, and I ended up having a double mastectomy, and I had a lot of complications and ended up going through 2.5 years of surgeries and a lot of pretty serious health challenges. And I found myself in a position where I needed support physically and emotionally that modern medicine couldn't give me. So I was kind of forced to look outside what I would normally have considered, and a friend of mine invited me to an essential oil class, and it's pretty much the same class I'm going to teach you today. And I did end up purchasing some oils, and I started using them, and I started using a supplement called Lifelong Vitality that doTerra makes. Hey Claire. And it made a huge difference in my life, and the supplements, they gave me my energy back. I had less pain. My brain fog from all the surgeries resolved, and then the oils I used, I just started kind of incorporating them into my daily routine, and they made a big difference. And so I got really passionate just about sharing the oils and what we could do with them, right? I want people to know that they have this tool and how to use it. And so that's why I teach. I love to teach, and I have a number of business builders on my team. Hey Jazz, oh my gosh, congratulations on baby Landon. He is the sweetest, and I can't wait to hug him. That's my niece. She just had a baby, and he is adorable. Anyway, so I really just want to educate people on this tool, hey Sarah Jane, and how they can use it, right? So that at least if you need it, you know that it's there, because I was upset that I didn't know that essential oils were out there and what they could do, because I feel like I went through a lot of suffering that I didn't need to go through if I would have known about the oils. Hey Brenda. So did you know that the average woman puts 500 chemicals on her body just through things like body lotion, shampoo, perfume, face care products, everything that we are putting on our skin has chemicals in it. And anything you put on your skin gets absorbed into your body. And that you want to make sure that what's going in your body is healthy, right? And so essential oils can really replace a lot of those products that have toxins and have chemicals in them. And it's super easy to make your own cleaning products, your own face products, your own body products. And we have recipes for all of that stuff, guys. If you're interested, let me know, because we have a ton of recipes. And so essential oils are a great way to remove the toxins in your home and just make you and your family healthier. So I'm just going to start with what is an essential oil. And so an essential oil is basically the immune system of the plant. And so it's used for protecting, and for some plants it's also used to attract, maybe pollinators or good things for the plant. But basically it's used to repel things that are bad for the plant. And the essential oils have hundreds of chemical compounds in them. And because they're plant-based, when we put them in or on our body and they go into our bloodstream, our body recognizes it. And they can take the natural chemical compounds that are in the oils and heal itself. And so that's what we use essential oils for. They're not just something that smell nice. Hey, Ashley. They're not just something that smell nice. They're actually something that benefits our body, and it is a natural form of health care. So it's really important to realize that, when you're using essential oils for healthcare, you have to use an extremely high quality oil, because, as I said, anything you put on your skin is going in your body, so it better be good, right? There are different grades of essential oils, and unfortunately there are no labeling laws. So you can go to Walmart and you can buy a little glass bottle of lavender essential oil, and it's going to say 100% essential oil on it. It could be 100% synthetic, and to be honest with you, if you're buying it at Walmart, it probably is. And that's not going to do anything for your body, because your body's not going to recognize what it is, and in fact it's probably going to fight against it because it sees it as foreign. So it's really important to use a high quality essential oil. And doTerra is called Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and what that means is that it is actually the highest purity of essential oil that you can buy. Now, doTerra is the largest essential oil company in the world, and I believe that is because of the quality of the oils that we produce and that we sell. And so there's a whole process that essential oils go through in order to be sold by doTerra. It's important to know that doTerra sources essential oils all over the world. And we do that because the quality of the oil is a reflection of the health of the plant. And so, there are certain plants need a certain climate, right? Number of hours of sun, amount of rain, hot days, cool nights, or the opposite, in order to grow to their full potential. And so doTerra goes to places where the plant grows indigenously and naturally, works with farmers there to grow it organically and harvest it organically. And so our essential oil is the best quality because, if you think about it, so I'm in Vancouver. BC grows blueberries. They're everywhere. And, the difference between me eating a BC blueberry in season versus eating a blueberry that's maybe been imported from Chile in the wintertime, yes, they're both blueberries. Yes, they're 100% blueberries, but the quality is completely different, right? Because of where it was grown and the season it was grown in. And so that's why it matters where your essential oils come from. If you're buying from a company that's growing plants in, on the side of a freeway somewhere in the States, that is not going to be a high quality oil because not all plants grow well on the side of the freeway in a certain state. So doTerra sources all over the world. We work with farmers, as I said, to grow the plants beyond organic. So there's no pesticides. There's absolutely nothing that's added or sprayed onto the plants. Then the oil is actually harvested right where the plant grows. So the plants aren't picked and shipped somewhere where they will deteriorate. The farmers actually, hey Faye, the farmers actually harvest the plants on site. They pack them into a big cauldron. They steam them, which releases the essential oil from the plant material. and then the oil and the water separate, and they take the essential oil off. Now, before that oil is even sent to doTerra, it goes to a third-party company, and it goes through a multitude of tests to check the quality. So they're testing that there are no pesticides or any chemicals that have been used, that weeds weren't harvested with the plants and mixed in, that it's the right species of plant that it's supposed to be, and then also that the oil is chemically equal to what doTerra is looking for. So because we're using these oils for healthcare, it has to be stable bottle to bottle to bottle, right? It can't be chemically different. And so it gets tested, and we make sure that each bottle has the chemical constituents that it should, and that it's pure, and that it's potent, and that it meets our standards. And I love that that's done by a company that's not doTerra. So there's no conflict of interest. You know, it's nobody's job on the line if it doesn't meet. It doesn't, and it gets rejected, and it doesn't even get sent to doTerra. So once it's passed all of those tests, then it goes to doTerra, and then it gets put in the bottles. So I love that they're so quality conscious, because it's super important, right? This is not a Scentsy diffuser where, you know, you're just trying to smell something. This is natural health care, and it needs to be top quality. So that's why I love doTerra. That's why I use doTerra. That's why you should use doTerra too. And so a certified pure therapeutic grade depends on sourcing. It has to pass all the tests. It has to be super pure and potent. So there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. The first is topical. So that just means placing it on your skin. Now, some oils are gentle enough, like lavender, that you can use it straight. But there are a lot of oils that should be diluted, and especially if you're using essential oils for children or the elderly, you need to dilute them because they're skin sensitive and their bodies are smaller and they need to kind of metabolize. Hey, Natalie. So you can use a carrier oil to dilute. doTerra does produce a fractionated coconut oil. It's extremely high quality. It stays in a liquid form. It's not greasy. It doesn't stain. And so I always like to recommend that you use that to dilute, because you're using a top quality essential oil. You want to use a top quality carrier oil as well. But there are some other options. You can use a grapeseed oil. Any really good quality vegetable oil that doesn't have a scent can be used as a carrier oil. And so for little kids and the elderly, we dilute. There are also some oils called hot oils like clove and cinnamon and oregano that if you put them straight onto your skin, they could burn and irritate. And so those oils you always want to dilute. But otherwise, you know, there are a number of them that we can use that are gentle enough to use straight on our skin. And when you put it on your skin, it will get absorbed into your bloodstream, and your body will get those chemical constituents and use them to heal itself. So that's one way to use essential oils. One of my favorite ways to use essential oils is diffusing. And what diffusing does is it actually gets the oil into the air. And hi, Brandy. And you can breathe it in. So I have my doTerra diffuser here. My cord's not too long, so I'm hoping, I don't know if you can, oh, here we go. All right, so this is just a little diffuser. It's called the Petal. And so you can set it for 1, 2, or 4 hours. You fill it with water and you add like 3 or 4 drops of essential oil. That's all you need to fill a room. And it has like a little ultrasonic plate. And it gets the oil and the water mixed into ultrafine particles and puts them into the air in a cool mist, so that when you breathe it in and you smell the oils, you're actually absorbing them into your body. Okay, so I love to do this when I am using oils to manage my mood. And most of what I'm going to talk about today is going to be healthcare related, but there is a whole emotional side of essential oils that is amazing. And you can absolutely affect your mood and manage your mood using the oils by breathing certain oils in. And different oils and different components of the oils have a different effect on your mood. So if you're depressed, you might want to diffuse citrus oils, because lemon and orange are very uplifting to the mood. Hey, Sue. If you are overexcited or stressed, you probably want to diffuse something like lavender, because lavender is actually very calming to the mind and calming to the body. And so it's really kind of fascinating. The way that it works is you have a portion of your brain that actually extends into the top of your nose, and it's called your olfactory bulb. Hey babe, my husband just got on. Hi. And so the olfactory bulb, when you breathe an essential oil in and you smell it, the messages from the olfactory bulb go directly to your brain, and it goes to your limbic brain. And that's the primitive part of your brain. That's where your fight or flight response happens. That's where your heart rate and your blood pressure, your memories and your emotions are stored and controlled. So it's the part of the brain that we actually don't have any control over. So people who have issues with anxiety, the issue is with their limbic brain. Their fight or flight response gets flipped on like a light switch, and then it should flip off, but it doesn't, and it gets stuck on, and that's how we get anxiety attacks. And so essential oils can be super helpful for people who are dealing with anxiety issues. I have people in my family that have PTSD and suffer from anxiety pretty badly, actually, and I've been able to help them using the essential oils and using a blend of Serenity and Balance and Wild Orange. Those 3 oils in equal amounts. If you can breathe them in, so like I'll make them a roller ball and they just keep it with them, and they'll put it on a pulse point, their heart or their wrists, and smell it. Hey Lisa, how are ya? And that can help that limbic brain to flip that switch off and to stop that anxiety attack from happening. So I love that. I love that I can help my family with like a pretty serious issue and something that they're struggling with and something that is really nasty to experience and to have no control over. Hey Effie. And yeah, so we can use essential oils for anxiety and depression and a whole emotional side of things. And diffusing is a beautiful way to do that because, of course, we have to breathe it in order to affect that limbic brain. So using oils aromatically when you're dealing with emotional issues is super important. And so the third way that we can use them is to ingest them, and that just means to actually take them internally. Now, some people are nervous about that, and that's completely fine. You choose whichever way you want to use it. There really is no right or wrong. You will get maybe different effects and different levels of effects depending on how you choose to use it, but you need to listen to your own self, right? So if you're comfortable with ingesting, I ingest every day. There are 7 million doTerra users that have been using oils for more than 8 years, and a lot of them are ingesting, and we just haven't had reports of issues. So I would caution you, though, not to ingest oils from other companies. And hey, Andrea, and hi, Nicole. And you want, like most essential oils that you buy at the health food store or at any retail location will say right on the bottle, do not ingest. And that is because they are not doing the testing that doTerra is doing. They don't have the purity, and they can't confidently say that that oil is safe. So the way that I look at it is, if it's not safe enough to put inside my body, I'm not going to put it on my body either, because when I put it on my skin, it gets absorbed into my bloodstream. So if it's not safe to go in my body, I'm not using it. And so doTerra is safe to ingest. Almost all of our pure oils, the single oils, are safe except for the wood oils. The hot oils you do need to dilute, so if you're taking like oregano if you're really sick, and I will talk about that in a minute. Hey Elise, hey Sue. If you are taking them, then you probably want to either dilute them with a carrier oil or take them in an empty capsule and get them past the delicate mucosa of your esophagus and into your tummy. I miss you too, babe. And so I'll talk about the 10 oils now. So those are the 3 ways: topical, ingesting, and diffusing. The first oil I want to talk about is peppermint. Love, love, love peppermint. It's one of our best sellers. peppermint is, if you've ever, I mean, I wish you had smell-o-vision, because when you can experience peppermint, you can really experience the quality of doTerra essential oils. 1 drop of peppermint is, you can put it on the roof of your mouth. It's going to freshen your breath for a very long time, better than any gum you've ever had, all natural, no sugar, no issues with your teeth. 1 drop on the back of your neck is going to cure your headache. Some people like to put it on their temples. It is extremely strong, so if you do put it on your temples, put it back here in your hairline. Don't put it real close to your eyes. It'll make your eyes water. Made that mistake. So peppermint can also settle the tummy. Hey Lynn, so 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So if you're using peppermint to settle your stomach, take a drop of peppermint in a glass of water. It works literally within a minute or 2. I like to smell peppermint when I'm driving late at night, and it wakes me up instantly. It's better than rolling down the windows, better than cranking the music. And also for hot flashes, if you, like, I could not take any hormone supplements because of my breast cancer, so I made a peppermint spray just with water and peppermint, and I kept it on my bedside, and I would wake up, I don't know, it felt like 20 times a night, and I would spray down my chest and my back with the peppermint, and I was instantly cooled, and I could go back to sleep. Now, you know, my bedroom smelled like peppermint for quite a long time, but I literally couldn't sleep, so it was an easy trade-off. The next oil I want to talk about is lemon. Hi, Jada Boo. My granddaughter's watching. Love you, girl. So lemon, this is beautiful in water. It literally smells like, I mean, it smells like a bowl of fresh lemons. As I said, lemon, citrus is uplifting. So this is great to diffuse in the morning when everybody's getting up, getting ready to go to work, getting ready to go to school. It wakes you up. It makes you feel happy. How can you not feel happy when you're smelling oranges and lemons and, like, it just smells like sunshine? So lemon, we think, and all the citrus oils, really, we think about cleaning. So I like to take lemon and water because it cleans me internally. It's great for detoxing, cleansing your liver. It has a ton of antioxidants, has limonene in it, and you don't actually get that from the juice of the lemon. You get it from the peel. So for those of you who take lemon juice in water, what I like to suggest, lemon juice is very acidic and very hard on your teeth and hard on your enamel. And I had a hygienist tell me that she can tell when people are drinking lemon juice because their enamel starts to wear off. So my suggestion is to use the lemon oil instead of the lemon juice. It's pH neutral, and so you won't have any issues with your enamel. You won't have tooth sensitivity, and you'll get the benefits. So it cleans you internally. Lemon's also great for making homemade cleaning products. And as I said, I have a ton of recipes if you're into that. Super simple window cleaner, vinegar, water, and lemon oil. Spray it on your windows, cleans it, no streaks. Lemon's a great stain remover. If you have markings on a leather couch, you can take the marks out. If you have sticky labels on things, it'll take the gum off. Cleaning the inside of your car. My son is a mechanic, and we were talking about detailing a car. And use lemon oil. Like, you'd be amazed at how beautiful your vinyl and your leather comes out. So when you're thinking about cleaning, think about lemon. The next oil I'll talk about is lavender. Now, most people know that lavender is calming, right? All the baby products have lavender in it. As my daughter-in-law said, everything you're buying me has lavender in it. Like, what's the deal? But, you know, you want that baby to be calm, right? So lavender does calm the mind and calm the body. Lavender is beautiful to diffuse at bedtime. So what I do is I put a few drops of lavender into my diffuser, and I start it about half an hour before I go into my room to get ready for bed. So that, hey Tanya, so that when I am getting ready for bed, I am breathing in that lavender, and it is already starting to work on my mind and my body, and I am calm when I lay down. My husband really struggled with sleeping, and when I first got my oils, we diffused the lavender, and he started sleeping so much better. And one night I forgot to put the lavender in, and he commented in the morning that he had had a terrible night's sleep. And it wasn't on purpose, but I realized like, oh my gosh, I didn't put the diffuser on last night. So, you know, we could see that it was actually making a big difference for how we were resting and how our minds were shutting down. What a lot of people don't know is that lavender is great for your skin. It's a beautiful healing oil. It's naturally antibacterial, and you can use it. I think it's like a first aid in a bottle. So I keep it in my kitchen. If I get cuts or scrapes or burns, I put it on. We've had great success using it for any kind of bug bites that were either red or itchy. It literally takes the itching away immediately. My husband had like I don't know, he got into something in the garden and he had like a big welts on his leg, like his whole thigh. And he put lavender on it a few times that night straight and it went away. So it's kind of a natural antihistamine as well. So if you are having a reaction to a bee sting or a bug bite, hey Ashley, grab your lavender, and any skin condition, think about lavender, because it is natural kind of antihistamine and it soothes the skin and it's antibacterial. So it will help you to heal much faster. The next one I want to talk about is tea tree. Tea trees, it's called Melaleuca in the States. Here it's called tea tree. It's just a scientific name of the plant. And tea tree is probably one of the essential oils that most people know about. It is fantastic as well for cleaning. So I like to combine the tea tree and the lemon. These two together are kind of a cleaning powerhouse. So tea tree is naturally antifungal, antimicrobial, and antibacterial. So this is great for if you're an athlete or you go to the gym, and use it on your feet after you've been in the shower. You will never get athlete's foot. If you do get athlete's foot, use your tea tree, and it will help to kill the fungus. It's great to make a shower spray. So again, you can just do vinegar, water, some tea tree, and some lemon, and spray down your shower curtain. Spray down your shower once a day. It will keep the mold and the mildew at bay because it's antifungal. Melaleuca is also good for, hey Kim, it's good if you have skin tags. You can make a dilution of tea tree and a dilution of oregano, mix them together, and just keep putting it on, and your skin tag will turn brown and fall off. And it's also good for plantar's warts because it's antifungal. So you can take the tea tree, put it on a cotton swab and tape it to the bottom of your foot, and it will do its work. It might take a little while depending on how big the wart is, but it will do its work. So tea tree is great for cleaning. It's also good for acne. So if you have teenagers, especially sons, who maybe don't want to use a product, grab some castor oil or some jojoba oil, some grapeseed oil, mix some tea tree into it, and just have them put it on their face, and then put a hot face cloth on top, and then just wipe it off. And it's called oil cleansing. It's a great method for cleaning your skin when you have acne. The tea tree will actually work on the bacteria that's causing the acne, and it helps a ton with the skin. They can use the tea tree straight just to spot treat if they do have any pimples. But yeah, and I mean, if any age, not just teenagers, anyone who has acne, that can be really helpful to keep your skin clean. You can mix a little lavender in there too. It'll calm the redness. The other thing I want to mention is, so the last three together, so lavender, lemon, and the tea tree, these three together are like a natural Claritin. They are great for allergies, so we take 2 drops of each in an empty capsule and swallow it. It works for about 24 hours and completely natural. I have a lot of clients who struggled with either seasonal allergies or allergies to plants and animals, and they use this combination, and it is amazing how quickly it works and how well it works. And the cool thing is, because it's plant-based, your body doesn't get used to it, so you don't actually build up an immunity. You know, if you take a product like Claritin, eventually you end up having to switch to another product because your body fights against it and builds up immunities, right? Well, because it's plant-based, the essential oils, your body doesn't do that. So you never have to take more, you don't have to up your dosage, you don't have to switch to something else. Your body never gets to the point where it's like, you know, okay, well, this is foreign, I'm going to fight it, and then it stops working. So that's pretty cool, those three together. I'm going to talk about some blends now. So far I've talked about 100% pure oils. So the blends are 100% pure oils as well, but it's a number of oils that are mixed together to support a specific body system. So this one is called Breathe. In Canada it's called Easy Air. I know, Effie, isn't that cool? The lemon, lavender, and peppermint? Who knew? So Breathe works on your respiratory system. So if you have a snorer in your house, add some couple drops of Breathe to the lavender in your diffuser. Breathe opens up the airways. It smells exactly like Vicks. It has all of the beautiful essential oils that are in Vicks without the nasty petroleum base. There are nasty chemicals in that petroleum base in Vicks. Please don't put that on your kids. Please use an all-natural product like this. Breathe comes in a stick that's in like a solid coconut oil for the kids. It's pre-diluted. My granddaughter loves it. She'll grab it. She'll put it on her chest anytime she's feeling stuffy or feels like she's starting with a cold. So Breathe in the diffuser can help with snoring. It's also a great one for athletes. Before you're going to work out, put a drop of Breathe on your hands and then just literally breathe it in. It opens your airways, oxygenates your blood, gets you ready for that workout. It's fantastic. So if you have a cold, if someone in your house is stuffy, this is a great one to either add to some coconut oil and put on their chest, just like you would Vicks, but use a natural carrier, so don't use the petroleum. So that is what the Breathe is for. The next one, so this is another blend. This supports the digestive system. So this one in the States is called ZenJust, and in Canada, oh sorry, this is the Canadian name, ZenJust. In the States, it's DigestZen. Hey, Sasha. So this oil smells like black licorice, tastes like black licorice. If you don't mind the taste of black licorice, take it in water. If you do, take it in a capsule or rub it on your tummy. So ZenJust supports your digestive system. So it can be anything from acid reflux to you ate too much and you're bloated, to diarrhea, constipation, nausea, vomiting. All of those things, you would take your ZenJust. My favorite way to take it is to do 2 drops in half a glass of water and then just sip on it. In about 3 or 4 minutes, you feel better. I take this in a gel cap when we go on the sailboat because I get motion sickness, and I take one a day, and I have no issues with motion sickness. I used to have to take chemicals, and I didn't like it, but that was the only way that I could survive for a week on a sailboat. Now that I have my ZenJust and it's completely natural, I feel so much better about it. Now sometimes people will be like, okay, you just said it's going to fix constipation and diarrhea. How can it do both? Because obviously they're very different issues, right? But remember at the beginning I said each essential oil has like hundreds of chemical constituents to it. So what doTerra has done is they've blended different oils that have the chemicals that your body needs to heal itself from diarrhea, and also that it needs to heal itself from constipation. And the cool thing is, it all goes into your system. Your body says, okay, I need this and this and this to fix this problem. And then the rest just goes through. And it doesn't do anything because your body doesn't need it. And so, you know, whatever your body needs, it will take, and what it doesn't need goes through. So if you have constipation, it's going to take the chemical components it needs to fix that. And if you have diarrhea, it's going to take different ones. But they're all in the blend, so that's what's really kind of cool. The next one I want to talk about, one of my absolute favorites, is called On Guard. So On Guard is a protective blend. It smells like clove and cinnamon and orange. Everyone always says, oh, it smells like Christmas. You know those oranges you used to stuff the cloves in? Well, there was a reason that they did that. So cloves are like super high in antioxidants. And the citrus would clean the air. So, you know, Christmas time, lots of people have sniffles and colds, right? So that orange and clove actually help to support the health of the people in the house. I think that's kind of cool. Instead of sticking all those cloves in the orange, because if you've ever done it, it hurts your thumb, just use On Guard. So On Guard is a blend, and it is antiviral, antibacterial. It supports your immunity. So I like the taste of this. I take it in water. For little kids, you're going to dilute it down and put it on the bottom of their feet. There's a couple reasons we do the bottom of the feet with kids. First is that they're unlikely to get that in their eyes or their nose or their mouth, because that can burn. And the second is that kids can be sensitive to scent. So if we put it on the bottom of their feet, it's farther away from their nose, and they're less likely to say, I don't like that. So that's kind of a couple reasons that we do it. doTerra makes a ton of products with On Guard in it. There's a foaming hand soap, which is naturally antibacterial. I love that. It's amazing. It lasts a long time. It smells good, and it doesn't dry your hands out. So if you're in a job or in a place where you're washing your hands all the time, the On Guard can really make a difference for your skin health. It also, because it's antibacterial, it is naturally cleaning and protecting your hands. There's a laundry soap, which I love. There's an all-purpose cleaner, which comes in a bottle and makes like 12 spray bottles of all-purpose cleaner. It's safe for kids, safe for animals, beautiful to wash your floor, wash the toys, anything that your child or your animal might get their mouth on. Use an all-natural cleaner like On Guard. It's extremely cost-effective. There's also a toothpaste with On Guard, which I love. My gums have never been healthier since I started using the On Guard toothpaste. It naturally is antibacterial in your mouth, but it doesn't taste nasty. It tastes like cinnamon, which I actually prefer to peppermint, especially when you're going to go drink a coffee. Peppermint and coffee don't go so great, but cinnamon and coffee taste pretty good together. So I do like the toothpaste for that reason. The On Guard, I always have it with me if I am going on a plane, or I'm at a wedding, or I'm at a convention, or I'm anywhere where I'm around a lot of people and I feel like I might get exposed to something. I will use my On Guard, either a drop on my hands for hand sanitizer, or I will take a couple drops and drink it in water to boost my immunity so that I don't get sick. So it's a great preventative. I have a lot of people, hey Kelly, I have a lot of customers that are teachers, and of course a lot of customers that have kids that go to school. So I always recommend 3 weeks before school starts to start using that On Guard and start boosting your immunity. So for the kids, we make a little roller ball. You can buy an empty roller ball, put about 6 drops of On Guard, fill it up with your fractionated coconut oil, and get the kids to put it on their feet every night at bedtime for 3 weeks before school starts, and then 3 weeks into school. When they start school, and the teachers too, the teachers take it internally. I say take a drop or two every day in water 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after. And it's going to boost your immunity when everybody goes to school. Yes, you're going to get exposed to all that stuff, but you're not going to get sick because your immunity is high. Hey Andrea, hey Kelly. So love, love, love On Guard. It should be in everybody's home, and #1 product in my opinion. The next oil I'll talk about is oregano. I mentioned that oregano is a hot oil, so if I took a drop of oregano and I put it on my skin, it would actually burn me. That can be handy if you want to burn a wart off, but what you need to do is you need to protect the skin around the wart with a coconut oil or an olive oil so that it doesn't burn. And then just with a Q-tip, take a tiny bit of oregano and put it on the wart. If you do that for a few days, it will burn it off essentially. You can buy the burn off kits in the pharmacy, but you don't need to use your oregano. Oregano is a super immune booster. So we use the On Guard to prevent sickness. If you do get sick, go to your oregano. This one, if you are using oil of oregano and putting it under your tongue, do not do that with this oil. So the oil of oregano that you buy in the health food store is about 5% essential oil. Ours is 100%. Remember, our oils are pure. So if you put a drop of this under your tongue, you will burn your mouth. Now you can dilute this down to the 5% with an olive oil, and you can continue to do it under your tongue, that's fine. Or you can take a drop of it into an empty capsule and swallow it that way. Or you can dilute it down and put it on the bottom of your feet, whatever you want, however you want to use to get it into your body. But it is a great immune booster, and when you are really ill, taking oregano 2 or 3 times a day, normally by day 2 or day 3 you're better. And we never recommend taking it for more than 10 days. It's just too strong. So the oregano is kind of like the big guns, and you hold on to it, and you use it really only when you need it, and only for a short time. As soon as you're better, you stop using it. The next one I'll talk about is Deep Blue. Deep Blue is another oil blend, and so Deep Blue was created for muscle and joint pain. And I have the Deep Blue in a rub. I love it. This is like one of my favorite products. So this container has the whole bottle of oil in it in a lotion form. So you can use the oil and just dilute it with coconut oil and use it any sore muscle or joints. If you have arthritis, if you have a physical job or a desk job where you're getting a lot of neck tension and shoulder tension, use your Deep Blue to relieve the pain. Also, I talked about a drop of peppermint on the back of the neck for a headache. If the peppermint doesn't work or it's a migraine, use Deep Blue instead. Same idea, 1 drop on the back of the neck. It's just a higher level of pain relief. It has peppermint in it, but it has a lot of other oils as well, like wintergreen, that are really great for sore muscles. So, you know, if your mom or dad has sore knees or shoulders or anything like that, it's great pain relief. When I was going through my reconstruction, I had an implant in my right side. So, oh, sorry, Elise is asking me, can you put Deep Blue oil in the bath? That is an awesome question. Absolutely. So here's my tip. You can put any essential oil in your bath, but if your whole body is sore, there's no point in smearing this all over. What you want to do is you want to take a cup of Epsom salt, half a cup of baking soda, and add about 5 drops of Deep Blue. Mix that all together. What happens is the oil combines with the salt and the baking soda, so that when you then dump that in your bath under the running water, the oil's going to disperse through the whole bath instead of being 2 little blobs on top of the water. And if you happen to sit on one of those little blobs or some peppermint, you are going to have a very hot bum. So all essential oils, just mix it into the Epsom salt and the baking soda and then put it in the bath, and it disperses it. So yes, great question. I use my oils in my bath all the time. I never used to take baths, but I like to do little concoctions with my oils in my bath depending on what's going on in my body, and really you need like a 10-15 minute soak, that's it, and it's going to do its job. Okay, so back to the rub. So I had an implant on one side, and when you have an implant, they put an expander in, so it's like a balloon, and they put it under your pectoral muscle, and then you go every week and they put saline in and they stretch it. So basically when they do that, they're stretching your whole chest muscle, and when it got to the end, when I would have it done, I would have pain down my chest, down my shoulder, and down my back, because now that pectoral muscle is attached to all the other muscles, and now they're all getting stretched. And I couldn't sleep, and so my husband would rub my back and my shoulder with Deep Blue, and I would get pain relief for at least 8 hours, and I could sleep. So, like, there's a special place in my heart for this product. I absolutely love it. And a lot of people use like Voltaren. Just so you know, Voltaren is only aspirin in a cream, and you might get a little bit of relief, but it's not going to last for very long, whereas the Deep Blue rub, like, you will get 8 to 12 hours of pain relief with the rub. So again, one of my absolute favorite products. The last oil I'm going to talk about today is frankincense. Everyone associates this kind of with church. So frankincense is the oldest known form of medicine. As we know, it was a gift for baby Jesus from the wise men. But I have a friend, Sarah Jane, who was on and jumped off. But Sarah Jane loves to say that it probably wasn't really for Jesus. It was probably for Mary, because Mary had just given birth. And frankincense is an oil for healing. This is the oil that I used after my surgeries on my incision. Frankincense heals at a cellular level, and my scarring, or lack of scarring, I guess, is amazing, and it's due to frankincense. And I tried, don't forget, I did like 2.5 years of surgeries. I tried bio oil, I tried vitamin E, I tried everything. And the results I got with frankincense on my incisions were crazy. Like, I would go in for my 2-week checkup, and my plastic surgeon would go and look at my chart to check the date because my healing did not fit with only 2 weeks surgery. And it happened every time. It was pretty cool. It's also beautiful to use on your face. So for anti-aging, because it heals at a cellular level, I put a drop of frankincense on my face every day. And I have good genes, but this has made a difference in my skin. I'm finding it's fading all of my brown spots, my age spots, which I haven't found anything to work on that except frankincense. And I think my skin just, I have more of a glow. And definitely works with fine lines. So if you have a favorite moisturizer, add a drop of frankincense to it. But frankly, I use it straight. I do love the doTerra Virage skincare line, which has frankincense in it. But I take a drop of frankincense and just kind of use it on the areas that I'm concerned about. There's lots of research on frankincense with cancer and Alzheimer's and autism. There's frankly, some pretty amazing scientific studies that are going on right now with essential oils, especially in the States. They're becoming much more mainstream, and what we're finding is that the research, and we're talking about like Mayo Clinic and, like top name hospitals that are doing research with essential oils. And the beautiful thing is that they're all using doTerra. And it's because of our purity and our reproducibility bottle to bottle. When you're doing a scientific study and you're investing a lot of money, it doesn't mean anything unless everything is very controlled. And so when they were looking at what essential oil company to use, they had to test and see, like if I use this bottle and then I use this bottle, is it the same chemically? And we do that testing ourselves, right? That's certified pure therapeutic grade. We're already doing that. And so the hospitals and the top researchers are using doTerra to do their research because of our quality and our reproducibility. And I think that says a lot about our company and about our products. So that's just kind of an aside, but I think it's pretty cool because I'm a science nerd. And so, yeah, basically, those are the top 10 oils. And the idea is that those 10 oils can really help to support your body to heal itself through pretty much anything that you're going to reach for an over-the-counter medication for. And so what I tell my clients is just make a commitment that you're going to try it. So if you have a headache, try your peppermint first. And if it doesn't work, then go to whatever over-the-counter you were going to use. If you have nausea, don't take a Gravol. Take Digestin first. And if it helps you, you don't need the Gravol. My personal experience is that I haven't had to take over-the-counter medication in more than a year. When people come to my house and they ask me if I have a Tylenol or an Advil, my answer is no. But are you willing to try some peppermint oil? And they are. And the peppermint oil works. And they're always like, well, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, I know, it is pretty cool. I do have, there are a couple of ways that you can purchase doTerra if you're interested. doTerra does put these 10 oils together in a kit because they really want you to have the oils at your disposal for when you need them. So, if you get a stomach flu, you don't want to be, well, geez, now I need to order some Zengest for my nausea. And so what we do is we always recommend, hey Jane and Amberly, we always recommend that you start with a kit. The way that doTerra works is it's kind of like a Costco membership. So for $42 Canadian or $35 US, you get a membership. And you get 25% off everything that you purchase for a year. And you can shop as much or as little as you like. So you're not tied into buying something every month. It's totally up to you. Just like your Costco card. Costco doesn't call you if you didn't show up this month. It's up to you to use your membership or not. So I really like the kits. The kits have the 10 oils in them. So there's 2 different size bottles. Oh, I just dropped my deep blue. Oops. Okay, so 5 ml bottle, 15 ml bottle. The 5 ml bottle has about 85 drops in it. The 15 ml bottle has about 250. I should mention that every bottle has an expiry date on the bottom. and it's at least 5 years from when you get your oils. Okay, so sometimes people are worried, like, what if I don't use them? I know I was constantly throwing out like Tylenol or Claritin, or, you know, it would have like a 3 or 4 month shelf life, and I bought and threw out so much. Now I don't. So 5 years, it's a long time. We use 1 or 2 drops at a time, right guys? It's super potent. So 250 drops is going to last you a very long time. 85 drops is a great way to get started if you're not sure that you want to make this change. So that's kind of how I look at it. So the first kit has all 10 oils in the 5 ml size, so 85 drops of the 10 oils. That kit's 185 Canadian or 159 US. It includes your $42 membership. So if you get the kit, you get the 10 oils and the membership, so you have a whole year to buy more oils or cleaning products or On Guard or face wash, whatever you want, for 25% off. So it's a great deal. You also get a free Slim and Sassy. Slim and Sassy is a metabolic blend. So what it does is it decreases your appetite and boosts your metabolism. So we take it in water or put it on your tummy about half hour before you eat. And it just helps to keep your metabolism up during the day and supports weight loss if that's something that you're interested in. Hey Jane, so you can also use it for cellulite treatment. You can put it in a solid coconut oil and massage it into where you have cellulite. I have a lot of people that tell me that they've had great success with that. So the small kit with the 10 oils and the membership, 185. The other kit that I like to let people know about is the Home Essentials kit. Hi Jane. So the Home Essentials kit has the 10 oils in the 15 ml bottles, and it comes with a diffuser, the petal diffuser that I showed you. So you're getting 3 times the oil plus a diffuser, and that kit's a little bit less than twice the price of the small kit. So it's $330. So if your budget allows, the Home Essentials kit is a better deal because you're getting 3 times the oil and the diffuser for $330 versus $185 for the smaller kit with no diffuser. Both of the kits have your membership. So you're saving that $42, and they're both priced below wholesale price. So that's why I like to talk to people about the kits, because I think it's the best way financially and value-wise to get into doTerra. But you always have the option of just setting up your membership and ordering 1 or 2 oils at wholesale. You do have a whole year to purchase oils at 25% off. So if anyone is interested in getting started today, I did put the link for my doTerra website in the description up top, and you can either send me a message, ask me your questions. I'm quite happy to help everybody. But if you know what you want, you can certainly go right to the website. You can click on Join and Save and set up your own membership if you want to do that. I do send everybody this little reference book if you become a member. So it's essential oils. It has, you can look up all kinds of conditions, and it's going to tell you what oil to use and how to use it. So, you know, this is a lot of information, and I don't expect you to remember it all. We also have a Facebook page that has over 7,000 members that you can hook into and ask your questions. Everyone there is super supportive. And, you know, it's a ton of resource. doTerra has a website. doTerra has a blog that has a ton of recipes. There's a lot of support. I have my own Facebook page that's also in the comments. You can just like it and you'll get my posts. I post like every day, every other day. You're not going to get inundated with posts by me if you like my Facebook page. But there is a ton of great information on there. And when I see interesting articles or, you know, fun diffuser recipes, I do post it on there. The other thing you can do is if you are super into your oils, I love this book. This is a big hardcover book called Modern Essentials. This is my Bible, so this is what I take to class. If people have questions I can't answer, I'll look it up on my book. You can also do the Modern Essentials app on your phone. I tend to be like a book person. I know I'm old. I want a book in my hands, but that's the way that I like to go. But I do have the app. If I'm running around and someone asks me a question, I can look it up. So I think that's it, guys. Feel free to post any questions. I'm happy to respond. And this video will stay here, so if you think this information is useful for somebody, please share. Have them get in touch with me. I'm happy to support everybody and anybody. And yeah, that's about it. I so appreciate everybody spending the time with me, guys. I love your support. Thank you so much to all my amazing customers and my business builders that are on the call. And even though I'm in Vancouver and it's actually a beautiful day here, the first beautiful day since I got here, I can't wait to get home and see you guys. So if you came in partway through, go to the beginning, start over. The video's going to stay here. I appreciate everybody's time, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.